All right, everybody, welcome back to the What's Next podcast. I'm your host, Levi Casada, and I got my main man here, Tony Hernandez. Can you say hi, Tony?
Yo.
He is behind the scenes. He puts all this production together. We did have some mic trouble earlier, but he took care of it. Thank you so much, Tony. You're the best.
My pleasure. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, thank you. Well, today we got another special guest, one of the top agents in San Diego. I know I say this every time, but she is one of the top agents in Douglas Elliman. She doesn't just sell real estate. She sells the future.
Wow.
Right? You like that?
I like it.
Okay. Please welcome Kyndal Gross. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. First podcast?
It is my first podcast ever.
What do you think so far?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of laid back. We're going to have a good time. We've already had some good conversation. Now it's just putting it together now.
You know what? After this, like, we set the standard, like, very high now. Like, the bar is very high now.
Yeah.
For her. Like, whenever she goes to another podcast, she's going to be like, eh.
I know, right? That's true. I like to be there. You're right. I like to be the first one.
Yeah.
Then it just all goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
Now, hey, I just want to say, I know you're like, wow, that was a good one. I didn't make that up.
Yeah,
You clearly, I'm stealing this from her Instagram, your website, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What made you come up with that?
I mean, I try so hard not to be just that salesy real estate agent.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that, like, I'm not here just while the transaction's going on. Like, I want them to build their wealth, build their future, and know that I'm here before, during, after, never going anywhere.
Right.
Most of my clients, realtor for life, so.
That's awesome. I actually read a fact. I was, when I do all my searching and stuff, I read, so I just want to see some facts about stuff. But there was one fact that I read that said the average American moves 12 times in their life.
Really?
12 times.
Yeah.
Does that?
I could see that.
Can you see that?
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And
That's
the
a lot.
average, like, I was trying to think, I'm like, well, if I'm probably on a hand or so, like 5.
To move, like, different places and stuff?
I don't know if it's like moving and renting or like also
it
moving.
has to be
some rent in there too. It's not just
I'm very close
you're up
to
there.
that.
You bring the average up, Tony. That's why it's 12.
Well, military families too.
Military, that's
Yeah.
true. How many times have you moved? So you're up there too.
Yeah.
See, if you can't think about like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh
5.
yeah, no.
And it's
lots.
yeah, and you're still young. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Last week,
Yes.
you celebrated with the whole firm.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you went on a retreat with Douglas Elliman. Yeah. How was it?
It was actually amazing. It was my first time going because it's always on my birthday every year.
Oh, okay.
Usually I'm like crazy birthday, but it's
Yeah.
very mellow. But yeah, so it was honestly amazing. They did such a good job.
Yeah.
Every detail was touched. They had like shaved coconuts with like DE logos on
Wow.
them. It was
Did you come back with any swag?
yes.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got like a nice beach blanket and hats and shirts and sweatshirts and beach bags and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you should have brought me some today, but it's okay. It's
Right.
whatever. No, I'm just
Right,
kidding.
next time.
No, I've got enough. I got enough stuff at home. Trust me. I'm actually in the middle of moving, so there's that one time.
That's great.
Yeah. So I don't need
Christine
any more
told
stuff.
me.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah. Well, I always like to start the show off to get, and we're already feeling, this feels pretty good, but I like to do some icebreakers.
Okay.
So let's just run through these.
Okay.
Little would you rathers. Super easy. Okay, ready? First one. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Ooh.
It's a tough one. It goes hand in hand. It's like it really
Maybe
does go
let's
hand in hand.
Maybe help her out. What would you answer?
I mean, the
I'll
ability
say
to read.
read.
I'd say the ability to read.
Because then I can communicate and ask, hey, can you read this for me?
It's you're in. It's you're in. Oh, what was it? The 50 First Dates where he's like pretending not to read. He's like put pancakes, and she like comes
Well, I was
over,
not
feels
talking
sorry.
about dating,
Well,
but-
no, but I'm saying like that's how
Yeah, I guess I would have to be read.
Yeah, speak would be tough.
That
I mean,
would be
it'd
tough.
hard to communicate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so we're going with Read.
Read.
Not that I read much anyways. Okay. Would you rather know the history of every object you touch or be able to talk to animals?
Talk to animals.
Oh my goodness. You love animals.
I do.
Tell me, do you, now I was looking at your Instagram. Are you a volunteer? Or did you?
I do. So I did a lot of volunteer before I had my daughter.
Okay.
I was there at least weekly, very hands-on, but then I was there probably until I was like 7 months pregnant.
Oh, wow.
But then it kind of got a little, I love like big dogs. And so,
Yeah.
when they would jump on me, it got a little difficult. But
Oh, that's tough.
yeah. But yeah, so I did a lot of that. Now I kind of try to contribute like times and events. Like I just I just went to their fur ball, which is a gala they put on every year.
Oh, nice. Well, tell everybody, like you're talking about it, but what is it for? Like who, San Diego?
So the San Diego Humane Society,
Okay, perfect.
It's actually at their facility off of Gaines down the street.
Nice.
And it just benefits basically raising money for animals in need. They do things for, just strays or, they've done a lot of stuff for like fostering, and they do even like wild animals. Like they had a cute story about 3 cubs that they like rehabilitated
way.
and released into the wild. So yeah, big animal person.
Cats or dogs?
All.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Do you have a cat or do you have a dog at home?
I have 2 cats, 2
and
dogs.
2 dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
Pretty balanced.
I'm like the weird person. I had like rats going up, like rabbits,
Interesting.
lizards, snakes.
I knew that question would be easy for you.
yeah.
Are you a cat or a dog person, Levi?
I have a dog. I mean, I love all animals. I just grew up on dogs,
Yeah.
and I had one girlfriend that had a cat,
Yeah.
and I love that cat. That cat used to wake me up. My wife, don't tell. That cat used to wake me up and just kind of like, purr, like on my nose. But I'm extremely allergic to cats too. I don't know why. Like if I go in a house with a cat, I'll start puffing up. But it takes time to kind of get immunity to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, more dogs. I don't know how you do that without wanting to take each one of them home.
I mean, honestly, what I learned in San Diego is it's such an animal friendly community.
Right.
This Humane Society, the animals don't last there very long.
Yeah,
I mean, they do
that's
such a
true.
good job promoting, like getting them out there, telling stories for each of them. So, I mean, it wasn't hard. It was good. And I tried to do things like, if there was a dog that, maybe was sitting there for a little bit longer because of temperament or whatever, you can go in there and you can actually like pay their adoption fees. And so then when someone comes in and it's the right home, then you can just do all different kinds of things.
So they just get to take the dog home instead of having to pay all those fees. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, would you ever go back to it?
Back to what?
Doing more volunteer work with that?
Oh, yeah.
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 That's good. Okay, next one. Are you ready for this one? Mm-hmm. Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line again?
Traffic lights be green.
Really?
Yeah.
You just got back from Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather not stand in that? See?
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That is
That's a
true.
tough one.
But man,
Especially
when
with
you're
the little
like
girl.
going and
Yeah.
all the red, they're all red. That just
I know.
sets my
But
day
how
off.
often? I mean, you're
I
on the
drive
freeway.
so much
I know.
though. So
But so green light would just make you happy. It'd make you a happier
yeah.
person. So if you did go to Disneyland, you'd be like, I don't care. I just hit all the green lights. Like,
yeah,
You'd be good.
Just think about how much time you would save in your
That's
life.
true. Yeah, you don't spend enough time in Disneyland or
Yeah.
in lines to really
No,
be
I
concerned
do
about.
shopping online.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no lines. That's true. That's kind of where it's headed, anyways. Okay, Tony, what would you?
Well, I was thinking not the line one, but now that she put it that way,
Yeah,
the green light.
we do shop online. Yeah, the green light's pretty nice, actually. There's times where you do scream at lights, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You have road rage?
A little bit.
Me
Yeah.
too. Only when you got to be somewhere.
Totally.
Well, that's you're obviously
Yeah.
going somewhere, but like if you really got to be somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely, after COVID, I've been happier on well, I don't know. No, I yelled at a lady today. That's what I say. She just wouldn't get over it. It's like they're so scared of rain. It drives me nuts. I hit this one patch. It was clear, and then the patch, you could see it coming, and then it was like rain, red lights. Like everybody just stopped. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
keep driving. And this
think
lady,
that's a
she was
San Diego
so
thing.
scared to like get over. And I'm just like, you're okay. Get over, get over, get over. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, road rage is definitely in me. Okay. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home?
Ooh.
It's tough.
Probably a sailboat.
Yeah.
Both tight quarters, but sailboat? You like to travel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be like on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a huge camper.
Yeah. That's true.
Because I think you get to do more stuff in the boat, right? Because then you limit it. I mean, you can drive.
Because
to
if you're
South
out in the
America.
middle of the ocean, you're just like, I gotta get off of this thing. There's no getting off this thing. Like
but
at least
you
if
can-
you're a camper,
but you
you're
can
like,
land. You can go to
Yeah.
go to land, right?
People that live on
no,
like
you're
houseboats.
obviously gonna go to land. But I'm
can
saying
walk.
if you're like out in the ocean for like 2 days, 3 days, I mean,
Lots of cool places.
It's also
you can't
true. It's
drive
like-
to.
but the question is it a yacht? Because I could live on a yacht.
True. That
But it does say sailboat.
What about
so-
the storms, though?
sailboat.
A what? The
What
storm.
about storms and
Yeah,
stuff?
I
And you
don't
park
do.
the boat and get off.
That's true.
Yeah.
Get in my RV at that point. I'll do both. Okay, would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? Ooh,
Ooh,
this is a tough
that's
one.
an exciting one.
See, 10 minutes into your own
Your own future or anyone but yourself. Like you would see 10 minutes. Like you know what question I'm going to ask you.
I would
Just
not
looking.
want to see into my future.
10 minutes, so that's a long time.
That's,
You wouldn't want to see into your future. So you would
No.
pick looking into everybody's.
Yeah.
Well, you will be unstoppable, no?
Yeah, you would be unstoppable,
Like,
actually.
who will ever do anything?
I feel
You?
like your own, you'd be like neurotic.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, if you looked in the future and you saw, you're like, oh, I'm going to crash in 10 minutes. And then you're like, no, thanks.
Yeah.
But, like, you can stop it. I don't know. It's just like you're going to see.
Just imagine you're watching like a game and like you're like, here you go, a meal.
Or what if you are watching?
Yeah, like if I'm watching a Cowboys game, I don't want to see if they're gonna
You-
like lose or win.
Yeah,
you
just
know,
ruin
like,
the day. You're just
yeah,
like done.
no,
Okay, so yeah, and it helped with negotiations. Like you're
Totally.
sitting here with a client, and you're like,
Yes. Good point.
they're like, no, I'm not going to go this way, and you're already seeing it. You're like, okay, I'm going to veer the conversation a different way.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So seeing into somebody else's
You
future.
will be a millionaire
Perfect.
too. You can gamble, right?
Oh, gamble all the time.
Like
yeah. Blackjack.
fights,
Yeah.
sports, anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
And other people's future. Well, no, that'd be kind of in your future. Well, no. I guess if you're looking at the
It will
dealer.
be the game's future.
Yeah.
It's all perspective.
We're getting too deep into these questions now. Okay, just a few more here. Would you rather? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna ask all three because they're kind of funny. Would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music, or be forced to sing along any song you heard?
Dance.
You're not a singer.
No.
No, neither am I.
My voice is
Do you love to dance?
terrible. I love to dance. Yeah. So,
That's good.
That's-
Yeah, I'm terrible too. I'd rather dance.
yeah.
Tony, if you've seen his Instagram, he definitely loves to dance.
Are you like a TikToker? Do you do like
Yeah, he's
No.
getting it. No. We just set them up for that. That's nice. Okay, would you rather wear a wedding dress every single day or wear a bathing suit every single day?
a bathing suit?
A bathing suit?
Yeah.
You're engaged, right?
Yes.
What do you know when the big date is?
We haven't said anything yet.
But I think you should wear a wedding dress every day. And, that would be tough.
Not my style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many ways you can like make it cute, right? Like
It's just too much.
but like a bathing suit, you have options. Like a wedding dress
Yeah.
is just gonna be white.
Like, yeah.
And it's
like
yeah.
a dress every day.
And creepy.
Yeah.
and creepy. Hey,
She walks in and
you
the
might
wedding
be-
dress like, whoa.
you might be the wedding realtor. You know, it might be your niche.
You're like,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
also
it might be
bathing-
awkward me walking in a bathing
I was
suit
gonna say.
too. So
But that will be more acceptable, I think.
That's true.
Because they were like, okay, San
it's
Diego.
30
you know,
it's
maybe
30
she came from the beach, you know?
Yeah.
She just having a
Well,
good time.
until she travels, it's like 30 degrees out, and they're like, "What is this psycho doing in this bathing suit?"
I know, right? On Nebraska. And just
All right, last one because I kind of want to know this answer here. Would you rather have the 49ers win the Super Bowl or the Dallas Cowboys?
Dallas Cowboys.
Then why did you also follow the 49ers?
Do I follow them?
I saw on your
Wow.
thing that you had sports teams you liked. It was 2 different football teams. I'm like, who has 2 different football teams? That's why I asked you.
So I'm from Northern California.
Where are you from? Northern California.
Sacramento.
Sacramento, okay.
Yes. So, but yes, Cowboys all day long.
Why Cowboys?
It's just my entire family are Dallas Cowboys fans, so that's how I like grew up. So there's like a whole thing.
Are they from Dallas, or they just always believe this is
No.
America's team?
It's just like America's team, yeah. And so that I was just born and raised that way. So now I'm like getting Kinsley on that same.
Poor girl.
No, it's a
That's
big,
why
it's
you
a
and
big
Court-
rivalry in our house because DJ's always like Rams.
Oh, he's a
so,
Rams fan.
Yeah.
That's why you and Courtney get along so well.
Yes.
She's a Cowboys fan. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're doing okay, right?
They're doing great.
Yeah. He's back.
Yeah.
Rush did his job, or is it
Yeah.
Rush? Yeah, he did his job, and now the Dak is back, and
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean,
got
are they gonna pull their?
I got faith.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
What's your team,
We'll,
Levi?
we'll do a follow up. No, I don't want to talk about my team right now.
What's your team?
Oh no, they're sucky.
Come on.
The
Say it.
Denver Broncos. But again, I'm the same way. Like I'm not from Denver, but I'm from Arizona, so the Cardinals weren't around until like I think 83 or 84, and they already the Broncos already represented the Mountain West there. So I grew up a Broncos fan. Like same thing like you're doing to your daughter. My dad did to me. Like put me in the Broncos onesie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
but now we're struggling, and it's tough to watch them, even with a washed up quarterback. It's okay. So you're from Sacramento.
I am.
Born and raised there, right? When did you leave? You went to school there as well?
Yes, I went to Sac State, and pretty much just finished college out there, and then Sacramento wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you?
No. So
What did you study?
I got my degree in entrepreneurship and marketing.
Nice. So it kind of led you into, like, what did you do? Like, you're ready to go from college. You're like, I'm fresh out of college. Why San Diego?
I had a friend who lived out here, so I came down here every year for my birthday, and so I knew
October 27th.
Yes, I knew the city somewhat well.
Yeah.
But I just like Sacramento is very slow.
I got you.
If that's the right way. I don't know. So I just knew it was always like I was gonna go somewhere else, and so I loved being here. So I decided to give it a try, and I love San Diego.
Yeah. I've been up to Sacramento a few times. We used to coach volleyball, club volleyball, and one of the biggest tournaments used to be out there. We used to stay on campus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At Sac State.
At Sac State. Yeah. Nice. It was cool. So like all the girls, we'd stay in the dorms and like all the coaches. And so but the only thing we did is like we'd go from there to these huge convention centers or there's another thing out there that was so big, like a fairgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
That was huge. So
State
there's,
fair.
the state fair. So there was all these courts but the most we did was go to TGI Fridays. Like there's, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
This
not
kinda,
that exciting.
Yeah. Or the one day off we had, I think we went up to Havasu or somewhere like
Okay.
that. So
yeah. I mean, that's the one good thing. You're like a couple hours from the Bay Area. You're a couple hours from like Tahoe. You're kind of right in the middle, you know.
Cost of living there? High, low?
It's gone up quite a bit, but it's a lot lower than San Diego.
Yeah. So you moved here. You're fresh to the city. Like, what did you do?
So I actually went and got a job at a nightclub.
Nice. Which one?
Flux.
Okay.
And I was there for quite a while. That's kind of like what I did until I was just totally over it and had to do something else.
Yeah.
So I went there and I was pretty much doing that just a few days a week and like really just soaking up San Diego and living that life. So.
Yeah. Nice. And so you were doing the club scene, and then you decided to get your license.
I did.
Okay, so you're doing both at the same time.
Yes. So I actually did both at the same time for probably like 2.5, 3 years. So.
Was it tough?
It started wearing on me.
Right.
And because I was like in the office 5 days a week, and then I would do open houses on the weekend days, and then I would go work like 9 to like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
So it was like go, go, go. But I had no kids at that time.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say you're
didn't
young.
Yeah.
You're living in San Diego. You live it up.
I was loving it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that hard.
I feel like if you're in that industry here, you know everybody. That's where you meet most of your, the agents and stuff. They all kind of go and they
totally
party or they do appreciation client stuff and take clients there and
Yeah.
yeah. So that's fun, right?
It was fun. I wouldn't go back to it, but it was fun.
So you got your license. You hung it with TELUS at the time.
Yes.
Correct. And then TELUS was bought out
That's correct.
by
Douglas Elliman.
nice. And why? And so you stuck around. Like a lot of agents will jump ship at that time, or move around. You see this brand new company come in from the East Coast.
Yeah.
You just absolutely love it.
I mean, so at the time I was still pretty new. So it wasn't like I knew
Kind of the
much
different.
different.
Yeah.
I didn't
right.
know anything different. I'm extremely a very loyal person. So I'm
Nice.
kind of like,
We love that, by the way.
I kind of stick to what I know, what I like. Obviously, like if there's issues and things like that, like, I can make changes, but I like to try and stay where I'm at and make it work. And honestly, I love Douglas Elliman. I think there's no real other brokerage in my mind that holds the same kind of clout that they have, and this back end stuff that we get as agents, but plus like their presence in really everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't think you can really beat it.
Yeah. I mean, they came and they swept. Like the same thing kind of Compass trying to do the same thing. But yeah, Douglas Elliman, they came in and great company.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm a little biased. Just kidding.
Totally, yeah.
So so you're no team.
No team.
You're starting your team. I see right here.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful Amanda.
The beautiful Amanda. I'm sorry you're not hooked up, Amanda, but you can say hi.
I'm here.
Yeah. When did Amanda join?
I think June 1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she started on June 1st, and she's kind of, so she's my assistant.
Yeah.
And I haven't really decided if I want to grow a team of agents or grow support, to help me grow.
Right.
So I haven't really decided which route I want to go yet.
Yeah.
But she's amazing.
Well,
Helps with everything.
Well, that's great because she clearly joined a team.
Yes.
I mean, now it's, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of agents I sit down with, they do say, like, that's their advice is to start with a team if you're young.
Yes.
You've been doing this a while now, so
Yes.
you're on your own. You work with both buyers and sellers, obviously.
Yes.
Do you prefer one or the other?
Not really. I love my sellers and I love my buyers. I'm so fortunate at this point. So much of my business comes from referrals.
Well, people move 12 times in their lifetime. I don't know if you knew that. Somebody's going to write something that's not true. I got some bad.
It's got to be the rental part of it.
It's
Moving
gotta
from
be.
apartment to apartment early
yeah.
on, college
True.
days.
That's, dorm room. Like,
Yes, yeah.
I got some bad information.
But yeah, so I don't even remember what we were talking about.
No, it's just like buyers or sellers, like which
Oh,
one
yeah.
do you prefer? But
I love pretty much everybody that I work with. So
it's a hard question because I
Yeah.
mean, usually on teams you have people that one person
Yeah.
will do buying, one person will be the sellers, but
Yeah.
you do it both, you do it all, and you do a great job at it. I love watching your Instagram too. There is some cool stuff on there. Let's see. What are the three, like just some of the stuff with the sellers, what are the 3 must-dos when selling your home?
Yeah.
Do you know them? Do you still remember them?
Are we following my Instagram?
Yeah, kind of,
It kind of depends on which market you're in.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, yes, by the way, he goes deep, okay?
I go deep. I kind of,
Yeah.
I follow, I look at
He
I try to
knows
look
what
at-
your first post was. I'm pretty sure he knows.
I didn't go that deep.
No,
I
you
didn't go that
Okay.
deep.
Well, I guess this is the other thing too. So part of my team and my staff is I do have a marketing team.
Okay. That was
So-
one thing I was going to ask when we get to like the social media part. Like,
They help me push content out there.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
no, you do a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where do you farm? Like, where do you like to sell?
I mean, again, because most of my stuff is referral based,
Yeah.
it kind of puts me all over San Diego. I actually like farm in my community, the Weston. So that I started like 2 years ago, I would say.
Okay.
About that. So do lots of community events in there, and the mail thing, and
Yeah.
just kind of be present in my community. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, walk me through like a listing appointment for you.
Walk you through it.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious. Like,
I mean, so my listing appointments, I have everything that I kind of prepare for the seller.
Yeah.
I always leave, information about myself, Douglas Elliman, comps. But again, so many of my listings are either from my farm, which I put so much out there.
Right.
A lot of my listing appointments are like, we're just calling you.
They're just,
come
yeah,
list my
you're
house.
exactly.
There's not a lot behind it. And then again, a lot of them are past clients. So they're like friends of mine that I kind of just go in. I give them information, market stats, their, comps. But it's so much of my stuff is just real, like casual conversations.
That's amazing. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Do you go, okay, so when you go into their house, do you kind of look, do you sit down with somebody? You sit down with obviously whoever's called you in there and been like, you're pretty real with them. Like, hey, this needs to be done. This,
Totally.
Yeah. What is like the worst house you've gone into that you've had to like tell them, be like, we need to do a full makeover if you're ready to sell, or?
I haven't had any like that.
No, okay.
No, and again, so many of my sellers like know me, trust me. It's never like, it's like, hey, do this. And I also have a girl who comes in and she does declutter jobs for me, or she does full staging jobs for me. So I kind of come in and let her do her thing.
Do a little plug for her.
Yeah,
if you want to. If you want to, I mean, I don't want anybody to steal her.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, she's mine.
Okay, don't plug her.
But the declutter jobs, so it's Quinn, and she's with Rogue Interiors. So she's amazing, and the declutter jobs are really. They've honestly, I have her do every single one of my listings, even when I walk in and they're beautiful already.
Right.
Because there's just always things that could be tucked away to make the houses show better. And she comes in and adds a few like items, even when the people are still living in the home. And I think, my houses just show great.
Show great. What do you think like deters people? Like, what are the little things that need to be changed?
I mean, the decluttering aspect of it, because even like my house, I'm very like OCD. So my house is very clean and put together, but it's like people don't want to come in and see your toasters out and don't
really.
I mean, I don't. I like
do you
when
you put your toaster away?
If I was going to show my house.
Oh, okay. But it feels like, they're just going to make toast. Like, I mean, that's interesting.
There's different things about it, but it's sort of like, okay, if you have your toaster out, fine, but you don't need to have your toaster out, your, coffee maker, your mixer.
Gotcha.
It's clean surfaces, clean, declutter, make everything just nice and, simple, because people want to come in and see themselves in their house. They don't want to see how you're living in the house. It does make it harder for people to envision themselves there.
Yeah.
So.
Is it easier to have them already moved out completely so you guys can do that? Like staging an entire house? You can do that with them in there too.
Yeah, I think you could do it either way. Staging, obviously, I think is so important if you do have an empty house, because
you can show it any time, for one thing. It's ready to go. You don't have to call them and be like, put your toaster away. They're coming over. I understand. That'd be tough. You're like, I'm on the middle of making a sandwich.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure for them, it's a little bit more difficult being in the house, but ultimately I think most people can't just be like, okay, we're moving. So now the house is empty. Perfect for you. I mean, you just,
that's not ideal.
No,
situation. That isn't ideal, but it's not always like that.
Totally. Yeah. So.
Nice. Okay, so I always ask this because it's part of life now. For one thing, I hate bringing it up, but the pandemic.
Yeah.
All right. 2 years ago, pandemic happens. You're out of the nightclub scene.
Yes.
You're doing real estate full time.
Yes.
Tell me what happened. Like that day happened. They shut everything down. Like, what thoughts were going through your head?
The pandemic didn't really. I'm not a big news person.
I know.
So I didn't get wrapped up in everything. My business slowed down for 2 months. I think it was really 2 months.
Yeah.
Where I think everybody was like, wait, how do you show a house? What do you do? but it kind of was nice. I'm
Yeah.
always so busy and on the go and having to leave and doing all these things. Like I got to spend so much time with my family in my house,
I think everybody did.
my
Yeah.
daughter, you know, and so it was kind of like a nice, well, you have to take a break. So here you go,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So I tried to enjoy it as much as I could. But then honestly, after the 2 months and they started getting their guidelines and everything down, the PED forms, oh my God. My business was crazy busy. Yeah.
So how'd you navigate selling? Like, well, for one thing, it was great that you were by yourself because then you have to, you didn't have to worry about a team
Yeah.
and everybody else is, how
Yeah.
you guys are all going to survive. So that's great. Like you were on your own.
Yeah.
But then the flood came
Yeah.
and you had sellers and buyers at the same time. Was
Yeah.
that tough?
I mean, it was definitely something you had, like, I had to get used to. Like, we
Yeah.
had these PED forms that literally everyone had to sign for every single house we saw. And oh my gosh, it was a lot of extra work. But I mean, I guess I was just so like grateful that like things were still moving, you know, the market was still moving and we found ways to do it. And I'm so big on like, I'm pretty kind of like flexible. So I was kind of read my buyers, read my sellers on like, okay, what do you want this to be like? What do you want your selling experience to be like? Do you want everyone fully masked up, gloves, booties, like, you know,
Right.
is that what you want? Or like how, you know, like trying to make just everyone felt different about it. So trying to make
100%.
people comfortable with however they felt about the pandemic and doing what they were trying to do, secure the rates, do those types of things. So it was good.
Yeah.
It was good for me.
That's good. I mean, it was a good for a lot of people that sit in that chair. I mean, yeah, no, it was a good time. And now we're kind of slowing down again,
Yeah.
but now's the time that that's what you're talking about, people's future and,
Yep.
not just being like, bye, thank
Yeah.
you for my commission check. Like you're still there for them. Like,
Yeah,
so that's amazing. And
Yeah.
so that's your future business and that's what you want.
definitely.
No, that's good. You're
Yeah.
going to keep growing that way too. Well, man, what was I going to ask you here? So how do you balance now? Because you do, how old's your daughter now?
She just turned 3.
Oh my goodness. Same birthday? Like how close
Well,
are you
okay,
guys?
she's not, I say just, but it wasn't just. July 29th.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so
okay,
kind of
okay.
not just.
You just had a birthday.
You
You just had a birthday.
Yeah, a few days ago. Hers, yeah, end of July.
End of the July. Summer baby.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you balance being a full-time mom and a full-time, business owner?
It's not easy.
I know.
Okay, so Dave is I have a business coach.
Okay.
Business / life / therapist. He's kind of everything all put together.
Dave is great.
He's amazing. So I kind of go through these like peaks and valleys of like so busy that, spending time with her kind of like I fall short on it.
Right.
But I'm very quick to like see it and then kind of adjust. And he really helps me kind of stay balanced between all of them. And it's not really about like sitting on your phone with her next to you. It's like, okay, carve out an hour in your schedule where it's like your phone's away, you hang out with her, you give her quality time versus like trying to juggle everything at once. So I'm a big schedule person, so everything's kind of time blocked in my calendar.
Right.
And I mean, to be honest, even stuff like that gets time blocked into my calendar so that,
That's great. You need that though.
yeah.
Because sometimes you do. It's like you're trying to do business. I'm guilty of it. And it's all you hear is, Dad, look at me. Dad, look at me. Dad, look at me.
Oh, yeah.
Check this out. Check this out.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you get so annoyed with it, but you shouldn't. You need to, take
Yeah.
that time and put your phone away, do your thing for at least an hour
Oh, yeah.
and be involved in the family. That's how you balance.
Yeah. It's the only way, because if you start to not, it's so easy to miss that time or be like, oh, I'm spending time, but you're like on your phone or doing something else or trying to like juggle tasks, anything.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think time blocking is super important.
Yeah.
And Amanda is like
Back to Amanda.
amazing.
Great job, Amanda. You're doing fantastic.
She's amazing. That was something hard. Like Dave was really pushing me to get an assistant because he kind of saw like me getting spun out. And I mean, yeah, she's been amazing to be able to like, even when I have those times where Kinsley has dance or anything else that I'm like running off to,
Yeah.
you know, she can kind of hold things together even in those moments where I'm kind of stepped away from whatever for different reasons.
Right. Oh, your little girl dances?
She dances.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Ballet.
I think she's in ballet and tap is technically
And tap?
what it is.
Nice.
Yeah. So she loves that. She's a little crazy. So she likes slamming her feet on the ground.
Oh, man. You should get her into hip hop.
That's the plan. She's 3. So like they're very limited
it's tough.
on like.
Yeah, you have to be like 4 or 5. I think you can start
Yeah.
doing like a mommy and me class or yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
that's
fun.
True.
Those are fun to do. I could see you love dancing to every
Yeah.
song that you hear. No, that's great. So, you know, and it's tough that, you know, I think the pandemic was a good thing. I did sit down. So during the pandemic, I don't have a TikTok, excuse me. I don't have a TikTok, but my wife has a TikTok. And so I got furloughed from the Hotel Del, but for like 3 or 4 months, we were just making silly TikToks. Like it wasn't even an option. There was no sports on. There was no nothing. And the next thing she knows, she's like, come over here. I'm going to do this with my hands. And you're going to throw your head in between there multiple times. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. But did you find yourself doing that? Did your social media like take off at that point or did you just kind of disconnect?
Neither really. I mean, like, so I didn't join TikTok until, you created my TikTok account, I think. I finally gave into TikTok. I'm not a big like make videos.
Yeah.
My friends have tried, but so I didn't get into TikTok, and I mean I just kept my social media going. I will be completely honest. I'm not like I don't spend a ton of time on social media. Like,
Well, that's okay because
But she is Courtney's friend.
she is great. Yeah. But the thing is, you do a great job of whoever does it for you does a great job because you got a good balance. I mean,
Yeah.
the family photos, at least you're posting, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Amanda.
well,
no.
we coordinate, and this is
Okay, good.
that's the thing. It takes everybody. It kind of takes like, okay, what is this photo? Here's kind of the background on it, things like that. It still takes me getting the photos done, sending them, doing things like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a group effort, but like the posting, like lining them up, posting them, things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. We're the same. Like I can't, it's tough for me, joining this team here and they do a lot of posting as you know,
Oh, yeah.
but like I'm still behind
Yeah.
on posting.
I'm usually my posting stays up, but again, I have help.
And
That's
then it's crazy because then Vine is coming back apparently.
Vine, what's Vine?
You don't know what Vine? You
No.
know what Vine is, right?
No, don't throw Vine in here. I don't know what that means.
You know Vine? No.
No.
Okay.
Do you know Vine?
I do.
Oh, see, it's like a cutoff from like, well,
It's
he's in the marketing. It's like what?
it's like videos.
It's like before TikTok became TikTok.
Yeah, it's
Vine.
actually before even YouTube became kind of huge, right? Like
Yeah.
they were like actually doing these small
okay.
sketches.
5-10 second videos.
Yeah, that's where Logan Paul and Jake Paul and all the big influencers nowadays they came from Vine.
I got
David
you.
Dobrik and all
Vine
those.
before YouTube.
Time to make you
We're too
feel.
old.
Oh
We're too
Yeah.
old.
my gosh. I
It's
can't
funny
keep
because
up.
our generation, like our kids, will know all this before.
You were like
Oh, yeah.
MySpace.
Yeah. Oh, MySpace for sure.
I was
My-
very into MySpace.
yeah.
You know what MySpace is?
No, she does know MySpace.
I never
is.
had a MySpace.
Yeah.
So you have a drone guy too, then?
Yes.
Okay. Does the company have a drone guy, or do you? All this is your.
No. Yeah. Video guy.
I like your video guy.
Thanks.
Yeah, kind of your homes. Yeah. As I
Yeah.
said, you do a great job.
Try to make them like, short, sweet, good music, fun, upbeat,
Is it in-house? Is it in-house?
In-house stuff, or you do your?
Well,
no, you
yeah,
get your
yeah,
own-
it's my own.
Is your
Yeah.
so he's like your employee?
Well, I have him come for
Yeah, you pay him.
certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pay him.
Yeah.
Not
You're
my
it's
employee, but-
he's contracted out. Yeah.
yeah.
You got the same guy. You got a guy.
Yeah,
I got a guy.
I got a guy.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you need someone? I got a guy.
Yeah.
But he's not exclusive, right? Like he can
No,
work for
no,
other
no.
real estate.
Yeah,
In my
yeah.
case, I'm in-house, so I
Yeah.
cannot work for another
You
escort.
can't
Right.
go to another escrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
But not that I want to.
You're our guy.
Yeah, I'm
So
your
when
guy.
they go, hey, I got a guy, yeah.
I got a guy,
yeah. Where do your inspirations come from for your videos?
Really honestly, like looking at other agents that like I look up to, follow, admire, and kind of like seeing what they're doing to stay up on trends.
Right.
Because I usually don't. So kind of trying to do that, and that's why like you see some of my videos again. They're like the music's more upbeat. It's not like the slow walk through the house
Right.
classical. You know, just not my style.
No, I went deep into your videos this last night, which I always do. It's great, but I want to live in probably every post you have. You've seen it, right? Like your every home you show is just amazing.
Thank you.
I know
Appreciate it.
you're not selling those homes, all of them, are you? Because that'd be amazing
No,
too.
probably not all of them.
There's a
good
lot of
mixture
inspirations
between,
of you're like,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah, Douglas Solomon has some crazy listings and things that we do take on. So
Yeah,
it's
no, I was gonna say
nice to
there are
showcase.
some
Yeah,
homes that you have been through, but yeah,
for sure.
I mean, all your little skits and everything. The music is great.
Yes.
You watch them over and over because I like the beat, I like the music,
Yeah.
so you watch them again.
I think that's important.
It is important.
Yeah.
What's the best viewed videos? Like, what do you think is?
I mean, those listing videos that I do that are kind of like sped up, quick, like upbeat, music. Those ones probably, I think, get the most views. Yeah.
Yeah, not family.
She's in.
And the one she's in, yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say, is it hard? Is it hard for you to be behind the camera? You giggle a lot. You're a giggler.
I am.
You're a giggler.
Yeah.
'Cause there's ones you-
love it.
There's ones you do that are serious, like you're trying to be like, oh, this is what the must-haves you should
yeah.
have, and
There's many bloopers.
how many
to
blue?
that.
Oh, do the bloopers not do the best?
Yeah.
Those are the best because
yeah.
that makes people feel better. Those are
Yeah.
where you got to actually post some of those sometimes because when I started this and we do like little skits, I don't know if you follow
Yeah.
us, but like Hunter and I will do a few skits.
Yeah.
And how many bloopers are just of me? Hunter nails at me. I'm just like,
Yeah, she's very good.
yeah, she's good. And she's just like, looks at me like, all right, let's
Her
get through
back
this
mu-
guy. Yeah.
Her back must be tired.
Yeah, she carries me for sure. That's hence the whiskey just to get through this. But yeah, no, I get it. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
You turn into like oh yes, them 5 must have. You're not
Yeah.
natural. Like this
Yeah.
is natural. I could do this all day.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
having a good conversation with good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I always like to finish the podcast with finish the sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. This one gets a little bit harder, but again, it's about you. There's no wrong answer.
Okay.
There's no wrong answer. Okay?
Yes.
So do your best. Okay. This one gets everybody. So maybe I'll wait on this one. Okay.
Okay.
I know this is weird, but I really like to.
I really like to. Weird. I don't feel like I do a lot of weird stuff.
Do you want to know what's weird? I'll throw one out there.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about this till later because I always think about this when I ask people. But for some reason, I like pimple watching, like pimple. I know it's so gross,
Yes.
and I'll watch one, and it's like those big ones. I know. I'm sorry. It's weird. That
He sent me some of those. I'm like, bro, why? Don't send me this shit.
It's not, but
I wanna see this.
it's weird. But I don't know. It's
I think
just
that's a thing, though.
it's a thing. Like you watch one, you're like,
no.
no, I'm not gonna watch that. One more.
Yeah.
Okay, one more, and then I'm like 30 minutes later. I'm like, why am I still watching this?
Yeah,
It's
you-
terrible.
You also like to watch this dog eating, right? Don't you send me a
The
video?
which one?
A dog that is eating like vegetables and like raw meat.
No, dude, you're thinking of
Send me
your
that?
other
Yeah, you did
your
send
other
me that.
friend Levi.
He sent me
Hey,
this video of this dog.
There's only
eating,
one
like,
podcast I get
the owner
weird.
gives him like raw meat and like you just see the dog literally he's just eating like and like why are you sending me this thing?
We're gonna go back because I clearly did not send you
No,
that.
what-
No,
no.
that wasn't me.
Maybe it was another
Okay,
dog.
now anything you say is not gonna be weird. So go ahead. I guess I'm watching
Well,
videos of.
maybe it was another Levi that hosts a
Oh,
podcast.
man. I'm trying to
You were
think.
supposed to say that.
I know. I'm trying to think now. Did I send you that? Now you're making me think.
So.
All right, I gotta stop sending. I gotta get off of Instagram. What do you like to do that's weird? You're OCD, so there's got to be a lot of things.
I mean, I guess it's because they don't seem weird to me.
I know, but everybody else. I used to have a Pez collection that I used to have like just set up perfectly in my room. I'm OCD too. And that's why I don't know why that whole pimple thing, I like that, but I have to have them, and I even know when people moved them around. And people would do it on purpose. It's just, it drove me nuts.
See, and that's like, to me, I'm like, oh, that's totally normal.
That's totally normal. They should be straight and they should look like that.
See, I'm very OCD, but I don't think, I think that's a good thing. I don't think that's weird. But yes, I am very OCD. Like, like the cleaners come to my house and they like, I don't know if they move stuff just to show me that they cleaned it or what, but I'm like, I didn't.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Levi too.
Oh, my wife fired their cleaning crew because she was like, "You clean before they even come, so why do we have them come?" And my dad used the same one, and my dad does the same thing. So I learned it obviously from him. But
you clean so that cleaning people can come and clean.
Yeah, because I don't want them to like see the mess that we're like. I'm like, so I put
That's
the laundry.
their job.
I know, but I don't know.
I'm
It's
the
a
same
weird.
exact way. I do that too.
I want them to come to the house.
Have it be a mess for them, and I'll like wipe stuff down. And
That's
DJ's
crazy.
like, "What are you doing?"
They clearly come to our house for 3 hours and been like, "This is the easiest money I've ever had in my
easy
life."
money right
Easy
there.
money.
Yeah, totally.
They might get the one like the blinds. I don't like clean the blinds, so they're like, it's nice that they clean the blinds and stuff like that. But easy money for them.
Yeah, there's like I know someone that she just goes to do specific things like. I don't clean the whole house, but if you just want me to clean the toilets, I can just do that, or the blinds, or whatever.
That's weird too, because
That's
I
what
do
you
clean the
need.
toilets before they actually come and clean them. Like I don't want them to think like, hey, I missed the toilet seat. Like I'm gonna clean the pee off the toilet seat underneath. Like I have a son, so it's always messy there. Yeah. So you clean them before. Yeah.
I get it.
We're weird like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe I actually blinked when I was younger.
You actually, when I was younger,
not me.
I thought you said blink, and I'm
blank.
like, what's blink?
Blank. You fill in the blank. I
You
can't
bling.
I can't believe I actually blank when I was younger.
When I was younger, so it's very like imaginative when I was younger. So we used to like play like pretend weddings and like all these like weird things.
Hence the wedding dress you'd wear every day.
I know.
Full
Maybe that's
circle
what
right
got
there.
me like off the wedding dresses.
you're like,
I
man,
don't know.
I was
I would throw together like plays. I would throw together like all this like elaborate stuff. I would marry my neighbors.
You were the girly girl.
Ish. Not
Ish?
really. I was actually kind of a tomboy.
Really?
But like I just like always loved to like put these like crazy elaborate
Scenarios.
things together, which is like so not me anymore.
That's why you hire people to do that for you. Now that's
Yeah.
But you know how you want it to look, at least.
Yeah.
that's what you have.
I have
You
a
have a vision.
vision, but then I'm like, yeah, you go figure that out for me. I don't know how to put that together.
Yeah. Okay, I laugh when blink.
All the time.
Yeah, you do. You're so easy. Like I would love to be around you all the time.
I mean, my daughter probably makes me laugh more than anyone, but
Aren't they precious?
yes.
Yeah. It goes quick.
Yeah, it's crazy to see she's
He needs
so big.
to show you the video you show me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, with
that's
my
so
son,
funny,
and you've probably seen it with my daughter,
I
like
know.
singing,
I watch all your guys'
singing.
videos.
My van,
That's so
my van
hilarious.
is just like
He's so patient in that
he's
video,
so
dude.
pissed off, but patient. Like
He's
it
so
was,
patient. Yeah, like wow.
But it goes fast. My little girl's 12 now. She just turned 12 October. I can say that because it was October, not July. But October 25th, and now she gives me attitude, like rolls her eyes, and like I'm like,
12.
what happened to my girl?
Yeah. I'm afraid of that time period with Kinsley. Oof. She already has a lot of attitude.
Does she?
Yeah.
You're in trouble. Then. Well, keep laughing, then. I would die without.
Die without probably my animals. My animals
That's a
are,
good
like,
one.
My life to me. I
Yeah.
love having animals around me.
Okay, so what breeds are they? I wouldn't know cat breeds, but like, are there cat breeds or is just one cat?
Nah, there's
Okay.
just gray,
I got
black,
cat.
white.
Color cat, yeah.
Gray.
Yeah. So my mom raised us to be like, I mean, like we were the type of people that would like take in animals
Like a
off
squirrel.
the street.
Like if a squirrel got hit, you'd bring it in.
Oh yeah, my mom still does that. Like
Really?
full blown like rescue release stuff. San Diego's there's not as much as it as in Sacramento, but I have 2 cats there, Savannahs. So they're like part wild. They're like African servals and like house cats bred together.
Is
Really?
that like the one hairless one?
They're not hairless.
No.
They have like chia spots.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they indoor or outdoor? Do they go both?
Oh, indoor only.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But
And
they're bred for outdoor, right?
they're wild, but that's why we have 2. They play together, but they're like crazy. They'll like jump from my ground up to like the top of my cabinets and stuff like that. But they're fun.
They're fun.
Yeah. They like
Do they
play
get
fetch.
do they get along with the dogs?
They run the house more than
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So then I have a 12-year-old she was a rescue. So she's like some type of pit mix.
Yeah.
And so she's 12. She's like my first baby. And then we actually just got a puppy. So
No,
she's
you
10
didn't.
months and she's an Argentinian dogo.
I got to see pictures. I don't know what that is at all.
It's basically, so she's 10 months and she's probably like 95 pounds. So she's like,
What?
she's big, all white. And yeah, just a crazy puppy.
That's a crazy household, right? No wonder you're OCD.
Yeah.
You just got to be going nuts when you get
Yeah.
home.
There's lots of stuff going on, but everyone's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You
Yeah.
would die without your pets. That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it when.
I love it when everything's in order.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When things are in order, my life is so peaceful
Yeah.
and nice. Yeah.
That's why when I think I sent an email out and then somebody says they didn't receive it, it messes with my head so bad that, because you think
in my head where I'm like, no, it just didn't come through. But I probably opened it and was in the middle of doing something else.
No,
See, that's not in order.
No, which threw me off. So we're throwing each other off for the day. You just ruined. No, I'm just kidding. But I get it. Like it has to be.
Yes.
Yeah, I get nervous about things like that. Like right now, I'm stressing about a home I have to move in at the end of this month.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not even clearly done.
Yeah. Especially when you throw in other things that
Yeah.
aren't part of your normal routine.
Yeah, a job, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the balance is
Everything.
tough. It's a struggle. My wife's like, you can't control it.
No.
Just embrace it. That's why I think.
See, I try to
like,
control it. That's the problem.
Exactly? She says you can't control it. I'm like, yeah, but I can prepare for it. That's the difference.
Yes.
Like I have to be prepared. Like
Totally.
for the worst case scenario. Like
Yeah.
from right now, I'm thinking we're not going to be living we're going to be living without a kitchen
Yeah.
and bathrooms. Like I'm already looking for a spot to like shower and get our kids ready for school. And she's like,
yeah.
we'll just do takeout. And I'm just like, you don't feed into my don't feed into it right now. Tell me
Yeah.
it's going to be okay. So
Yeah.
is your partner, is he the opposite? Is he laid back? And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He grounds us.
Oh yeah.
He grounds you.
So laid back, does not understand my crazy
Oh.
OCD-ness, but it's good.
We
because
need people like that.
if there was 2 of us, it would be a lot.
And the people that worked for us would hate us.
Oh, yeah.
Because yeah. Like the people putting together our house, we'd both be there. Like I had to step away the other day. I was in the house with her and Mary and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, I've got to go. Like
Yeah.
I can't be in here.
Totally. He can handle it.
He
I'm like,
can-
I got
yeah,
to
you
step
can handle-
away from
yeah.
this.
That's because they're like, well, if it goes in right now, it goes in right now, and I'm like, we got 2 kids. We probably have to bathe them and feed them and
Yeah,
take them to
same way.
school. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I love it when everything comes together.
Yeah.
Okay. In an ideal world, blank. It's pretty much the same answer.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
Yeah.
in an ideal world, yeah.
Yeah. Everything comes together. I'll skip
Only-
that one. It's the same answer.
All like animals have a house and like have
That would be an
Yeah,
ideal world.
there you go.
No more rescues.
Yeah, no more rescues
Yeah.
needed. All
not
the-
not abuse on dogs and
no
stuff
abuse.
like that, or
Yeah.
animals.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Learned so much about me.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's like, I feel like I had those commercials that come on with the poor dogs and they do
Yeah.
what is this, Sarah McLachlan?
That's you. I think it's usually the Humane Society.
Yeah,
Those
where
ones
there's
are
like, and they're,
Yeah, they get
I'm
to
like,
you.
And then I feel like a monster turning the channel, but I can't handle it. I'll
No.
lose my mind.
And I can see it multiple times, and it'll still be like,
Yeah, it's the music.
yeah, it's the music.
It's the music. And I
and
feel
then
like they...
the dogs that look like they're crying.
Yeah, I feel like
know.
they find the worst dogs.
Yeah.
Poor thing. And the cats, you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my
We-
God, give them a home. That's what they do.
adopted it,
You got to
yeah.
adopt them.
I adopted 3 dogs, German Shepherds. Like June,
Oh, 3?
3 of them. Yeah, it's because they live
a lot.
together,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So my
okay.
goal was just to get. At the time, I was still with my girl, but with the plan was to get only 2, right? But then there were 3 of them, and they're like separate them.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, let's just get the 3 of them, you know? You know, it's because she's gonna feel, the other dog's gonna feel lonely, like her
Yeah.
friends, and you know, it's like, come on. So yeah, so we got the 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well,
That
That's
reminds me of
awesome.
something. That's what I
What?
I can't believe I actually did when I was younger.
yeah.
Is
Eric.
when I would drop a piece of food, like a Skittle or something, and my
Yeah.
mom still remembers this. I would leave it on the ground, but I would put another one next to it. I always thought like it had to be like it was a pair. They always
okay.
it would have like I always felt like everything had an emotion. I don't know why when I was little. And so the one Skittle, she goes, you would put like if so you drop something, you'd put something next to it, so they would not feel left alone. That, I mean,
That's sweet.
I mean, borderline crazy, but yeah, those Skittles. They had a good life together. Okay, the secret to a happy life is
Balance.
balance.
Balance is a big one. And I've only recently really like started focusing on it. But
Yeah.
just trying to balance like work and personal and relationship and kids and yeah.
Yeah. Do you take time for yourself though too?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Try to.
Dave usually has to remind me.
That's a good reminder.
Yes.
As we do.
Yeah.
What's something that helps you like decompress, like this stress, like with the stress and everything, like something that you do, like okay, I need to go and I don't know,
Clean.
go to the beach, go to like,
Sometimes.
yeah, go swim or teach volleyball.
No, usually for me it's like pampering stuff, like
Yeah.
facials or massages or getting my nails done, something like that just usually helps me.
Decompress for a while.
Yeah.
Get away from
I like that stuff
electronics,
because
yeah.
it's still kind of like on my task list to do, but I like it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think anybody has a frowny face when they get a facial, right?
Yeah. No.
They're like, "Oh, stop making my skin look better. Yeah. I
Or a
mean,
haircut.
Yeah.
Well, I feel fresh when I get a haircut.
Yeah, you feel good when you get a haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something, well, unless you get a bad haircut.
Unless you got a, yeah,
Then you get
that's
the-
why it's so important.
But
that
I don't
you-
think, again, like too many people leave the salon or anything being like, you say it's great no matter what, right? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I love it. And then you go home and you're like, dang it.
yeah.
Right?
I haven't had that happen.
You haven't had, that's good.
Oh, I stick with what I know.
Yeah, you go to the one person you know. You
Yeah.
never had, have you had a bad
Smart.
haircut?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you go,
Sucks.
Tragic. Lots of tears.
oh, but not in front of them, like
Wow.
later.
So I'm like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was my
You see, I can't do that. If I see it on my haircut and I see it there, they'll tell right away I didn't like it. My face will tell it. Like I see it and I'm like, okay, how much is it?
No tip. Hear that guy? Poor barber. Jeez, Tony.
Hey, I'm not saying anything.
They're
You
trying
can
to
just
work. They're
tell.
trying to live.
I
man.
don't. I'm not mean. I just cannot fake it on my face. Like I'm just like, okay.
know.
You can tell that he doesn't like it.
But I also want to know, like, what if a good haircut comes out? Are you just like, hey, yeah,
yeah,
like,
I am.
out of
I am.
there.
I am like, hey man, and I give them like a good tip, right?
Yeah.
So like, if they charge me, I don't know, like $60, I give them like $40. I'm like, here you go for doing a good job.
Wait, did they
Take
charge you
care of me.
60? You gave them 40? did I hear that right?
Yeah,
No, they charge you 60. You only gave them 40.
I'm just an example. Yeah.
No, you gave them $20 less than what they asked for.
No. I tipped them 40.
Oh, okay. So you gave them 100. You didn't
I
give
gave them
them
100.
You
Yeah.
gave,
So I
40.
give them a
I
more.
thought the same thing.
I thought the same
Yeah.
thing. I was like, damn, like that's if they did good job. You
Excuse my accent.
$20
Excuse my
less.
accent. Yeah. No, see, if they charge 60, I give them the 60 plus 40 tip because then I'm like, here, you took care of me, I'll take care of you.
Okay.
Keep doing that every
For
time I
one
come.
thing, where are you going for a $60 haircut? That's all I want to know.
Well, how much you pay?
I go to like a barber and like that does military haircuts. It gives it's like $25, and I give him a $10 tip.
I pay mine for like. I think they charge me 55 something.
Holy!
He gets the hot towel.
I was gonna say he gets the shampoo, the decompress. Okay,
They trim my beard, they massage my face.
I was gonna say he probably gets like the head massage, stimulate the hair follicles.
I'm under a lot of stress. Okay,
I get the perverted old guy that's just like cuts my hair quick and talks about his
life.
Female, his life. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm going the wrong spot.
You're going to the wrong spot, man. I had two barbers. Like I had two that I go to. Like if one is busy, I go to the other one. But like I know for sure they're good, and I always give them good tips, so they always treat me nice.
Nice.
They take care of me.
Get balance.
Get balance.
Secret to a happy life. Get balance. I don't know what else is going on over there, though. It's a different balance. Okay, right now is the perfect time to blank.
Right now is the perfect time to
adopt a dog.
Oh, I know. I'm like not in my life.
Yeah.
There's way too much stuff going on in my house.
Is it now the perfect time to buy? Are we going back to real estate here?
I don't know.
No, we don't have to.
You know, I think that answer is different for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're renting in San Diego, I think it's always a great time to buy.
Yeah.
Because, interest rates are higher, but they'll go back down.
Yeah.
And then you just refinance. So I think everybody's situation's different. I think in certain situations, it's always a good time to invest in real estate.
Yeah.
And still a good time to sell because
we need inventory.
We need inventory. And people gained so much appreciation during COVID.
Yeah.
People are sitting on tons of money.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
Insane.
Yeah,
like,
our home appreciated, like, I almost doubled.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now's the time to sell. Don't
Where
do
would you go?
Where would you go? Where would you go? Exactly. All right, last one. The advice I would give a new agent.
My advice to new agents is always not to be looking at like commission splits and things like that, because that's typically what I see in like new agents that come to me and they're like, I don't want to join a team because then the commission is this and that. And I'm always like, okay, well, 0% of $0 is zero.
Right.
So I really believe that I got to where I was because I spent like 3 years on a team. Like I was coached under someone. I've always had a coach. And, you know, I think that's super important. I think it's important for, you know, just being new. There's so much to this business, and to be responsible for one of someone's biggest assets, purchases, sales, like you have to be responsible. And that is really like how you learn the business.
Yeah. Surround yourself with great people.
Totally.
Yeah, especially in this industry.
Yeah.
It's tough because like we were talking about earlier, like, okay, we'll go back to this a little bit, is that do you think technology will ever replace the agent?
No.
I know a lot of talk. There's always like back and forth, and you know, and then we hit this whole, you know, I wouldn't say it's the market, the market crash. I wouldn't even say that, but like we hit this time frame where it's more important to be an agent and out there and doing what you do great. And yeah.
I mean, like my clients are amazing. And I've been in situations where like there's like for sale by owners, and I guide my buyers through situations like that. And then like when the appraisal comes back and they're getting this house like that's already walking into like, you know, $60,000 in equity, it's like there's so many scenarios out there where like the people who like hate real estate agents and think they don't do anything and they don't deserve. It always comes back to bite them from like a legal standpoint, you just don't know it. You have to be in this every day.
Right.
To know it, understand the changing rules, understand just everything to properly represent someone.
Yeah.
And so the people that are half in, half out, don't want real estate agents. I mean, to me, I don't know how you can replace that. Like it is your most people's biggest purchase, biggest asset.
Right.
I mean, like, you wouldn't go get brain surgery and hire, like, you know, the
Yeah.
cheapest
Hey, I can do
surgeon.
this on my own. Like,
Yeah, let me figure
put
this out.
algorithm. It hurts here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally
know?
understand. Yeah, and now you really see it happening that you
Oh,
can't. This is my first biggest purchase of my life, and
Yeah.
so if I didn't have a good real estate agent to like do the negotiations and still
Totally.
like even after you find the home and you get in it,
Yeah.
that's what's so great about you. It's not like you're closing the door. It's like
Oh, yeah.
call me if something, we can walk you through it or like.
There's so many things to it. I had a client on my way here who was like, hey, we need our tankless water heater serviced. Like, who do we call? And you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, but I make sure that like the people that I work with and know and friends and family, like, I want you to call me for anything. I want you to call me if that's happening. I want you to call me if you need to adopt a dog. I want you to call, you know what I mean? Like, I want you to call me for whatever, because that's part of what I do is make my connections and make sure that you have someone reliable for whatever you need.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for
That's
having
why
me.
you're selling the future. And I mean, this was a great conversation. Did you have a good time?
I did.
Good.
Great
Okay.
first podcast.
Good. That's
Yeah.
it. I got to like set the bar at least a little bit high. We got a little dark there for a second, but we brought it back. I'm going to have you look in this camera right here and tell them where they can find you.
Where you can find me?
Where to look for you. Go ahead and plug yourself in right now. I want you to tell your Instagram, come and look for you.
I know. I'm like, Amanda probably would be better at this than me.
I know. I'm going to make Tony do it for us, so I'm sorry.
You can find me at my website is kyndalgross.com. That actually has every single link to all of my social medias on there. Make it nice and easy for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a guest. Tony, anything you need to add?
Thank you for coming. It was very informational today, and I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun. These conversations were.
Stop jipping your barber. Pay him the actual money.
Yeah. He takes care of me. I will take care of him.
Okay,
man.
good. We'll pay him what he's asking for. At least.
That's how we do business here.
All right, buddy. Well, tell everybody where they can find us.
Well, you guys can find us in YouTube. Go and subscribe. Ring that bell so you guys can get notifications. Go follow us in any audio platform so you guys can download the podcast. Also follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We are there too, Amanda. So you can go there and just comment and share.
And soon Vine.
And soon,
Vine.
maybe Amanda's going to be
Yeah.
in Vine. Yeah.
I guess.
So, he's coming back, guys. He's coming back.
Well, thanks again. See, that's why I had Tony do it.
I'm like, that was way better. I'm like,
So
here's
good.
where all
Yeah.
of them are. Go
Yeah.
ahead, go there.
That's good. That's good. All right, brother. Take us out.
All right.
Yeah, let me shake.